Howdo Gamesters, coming to you today, or this evening rather, with another pickups video. If you're coming over here from my Loot Crate video, this is shot in the same evening. That's why my lighting's a little strange. It always gets this way at night. It gets bright for some reason. I think it's because I don't have any exterior lighting coming out the window that's right over here, but who knows. I'm going to try not to make this too long. This is by no means all of the pickups that I've had over the past however long it's been since I've shot one of these, but honestly I can't remember everything I've gotten. There's a goodish amount of stuff here, but I am actually planning on doing a collection video at some point, but not my entire collection, just in different, like PS2, DS, 3DS, which is actually very small, so I'll probably wait a little bit to do one of those, but, collections by system. Anyway, to try, for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. I always say I try not to talk too much, and I start out with the best of intentions, but they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, so we'll see what happens. It may get very hot in here pretty soon. Anyway, I'm going to just jump straight in. And these are in no particular order, by the way, it's just whatever falls under my hand first. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is a pickup that I actually got today. I went out shopping today, and I haven't spreed like this in a long time, so I ended up getting a lot of different things, a lot of toys and different things to review, because I am a toy collector. I'm getting back into doll collecting as well, but that's another story for another video and another day. So anyway, I went to Toys R Us, and Toys R Us is still having their big gigantic clearance thing, and this is the first time I've gotten to go. So stuff was pretty much picked over. I actually didn't get this on clearance. I just happened to be in the video game section to see what was on clearance, and I happened to see this pre-owned, and it's actually something I've been looking for a while. I was going to end up paying more for it than this, and this is complete as far as I can tell. I can tell by the weight and stuff. This has everything in it. Haven't opened it yet, but it's Spectrobes Beyond the Portals. And I didn't take the price sticker off of it. That was not an on purpose on my part. It's just literally, I just got home with this stuff, so yeah, I paid $7.99 for it because it was pre-owned. So, very happy about that. I do have the first Spectrobes. It's over here. I don't believe I hauled it yet. That's one of the things I didn't haul, but this is a series that I've really kind of wanted to check out. I have heard good things about it. It's kind of Pokemon-esque, supposedly, but I haven't actually sat down to try it yet. But I wanted to get the second game, so I'm glad I could pick it up for a really, really cheap price. And, by the way, everybody check out Toys R Us, because that's a place I'm going to try and shop a little more now, because it seems to be they have some decent stuff. Okay, next, this is also these are a couple games I got today. I had to go and get a disc resurfaced at my local Play and Trade. And while I was browsing around, I found a couple things. I got an upgrade copy of Ratchet & Clank. My copy of Ratchet & Clank is Greatest Hits, Red Label, and doesn't have a manual, so I've actually chucked it onto eBay trying to shift it. And when I went to the Play and Trade, they had a Black Label complete Ratchet & Clank there, so I was really happy. And then I also found these two PlayStation 2 games. I found Greatest Hits copy. Greatest Hits doesn't bother me, but I do kind of like it to have a manual. I'm trying not to be such a snob when it comes to games anymore, but I can't help it. It's the collector in me. But anyway, this is a Greatest Hits copy of Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. And it is complete. And I'm happy to have this. I am a big Scooby-Doo fan. This is actually my first Scooby-Doo game, and I've heard some good things about it. So, they had another Scooby game there. It was Unmasked, I believe. Scooby-Doo Unmasked. But they wanted more for it, and I don't believe it was complete. So I left it sit there because knowing Play and Trade, eventually they'll get a shipment in and they'll have one complete. Now the case is rather warped, but that's okay. If I come across a better case, I'll swap it out or I'll buy one off of a gaming website that I know of. The other game that I picked up from there was Dynasty Warriors 4 by Koei. It is complete. The manual's a little beat up, but that's okay. I'll flatten it out and set it under a real heavy book, and it should be okay. And the good thing about Play and Trade is they do check their discs before you leave the store, so if it needs to be resurfaced, they go ahead and do that, and they don't charge you anything. So at least my Play and Trade is like that, and I'm glad for that. Okay, the next game that I did a deal on Nintendo Age. I was really, really happy to get this. I got it at a really good price, complete, and that is Grandia 2 for the Dreamcast. The best version of the game, what I've heard. They made a version for the PlayStation 2 and for the Dreamcast, and everyone says the Dreamcast version is the best. It's not glitchy or anything, so I've been kind of holding out to try and get this for a decent price. I paid a decent price. I paid about market for it, but it's complete, and I trust people on Nintendo Age, you know, to have their stuff in really good condition, and this guy, I will definitely work with him again, because this game is in beautiful, beautiful shape for as old as it is. Okay. Next game I have here, I got it off of eBay. I haven't cleaned the case up yet. It's real scuffy, but I'm sure some of this is dirt that will come off. But I finally got a copy of Alundra, and it is complete. It's a Working Designs game. You know I'm a nut for Working Designs. Really nice manual. They put a lot of love and a lot of care into their games, and their RPGs are usually really high quality. So really, really excited to get that, and I believe I won the auction for $20, I think, so I was really happy about that. Now, this game comes from my reseller friend, James. I will link his store down below, like I always do. Try to give him props. He's a real sweetie, and he has some really good stuff in his shop, so I always give him credit where credit's due, and he had a copy of this game, and he told me about it. He had it for sale in his shop, and I put it in my watch list, and I waited, and I was kind of sneaky, and I waited till he put it on sale, and then I bought it, and he laughed about that. He thought it was funny, but yeah, it's a complete copy of the first Suikoden, and he basically told me I really, really, really needed to get this game, because it was a really awesome game, and when I got it, he kept bothering me, because he knows how I am. Like, I'll get things, and they'll sit on the shelf, because I'll be in the middle of doing other stuff, or I'll be busy with other things, or work, or whatever. So, I told him I had got the game, and he literally, like, emailed me and hounded me on Skype, and like, how was the game? How was the game? How was the game? So, it kind of forced me to actually play it as soon as I got it, and I love it. I think it's a great game. It's a great strategy RPG. So, highest recommendations. And he was trying to get me to buy Suikoden 2 from him. And I said my wallet was not quite big enough for that quite yet. But, yeah, I'm really, really enjoying the first one. And to me, it's really funny. He didn't take the sticker off, because he's always sometimes afraid about damaging stuff. And I haven't taken the sticker off yet. And I will, but I'm leaving it on, because it's just it's kind of a nostalgic factor. It's really weird. It's a GameStop sticker. And I don't know, I really liked having it on there, because it's just surreal to me to think of GameStop actually selling PlayStation 1 games. I mean, I know they did, but I wasn't, well, I was a gamer at that point, but we were Nintendo exclusive in my family at that point, so it's just weird. We didn't go to GameStops or anything, just games magically appeared for birthday and Christmas, so it wasn't things that we that I actively sought out as a kid, more's the pity. But, yeah, it was just kind of a surreal moment. So I haven't got around to removing the sticker yet. Just because, I don't know, it's the way my brain works. I kind of enjoy seeing it there. It's kind of weird. Okay, the next game I got is for the PSP. And it's a game I don't know a ton about, but I was browsing a website that it's for like a game warehouse that's not in my neck of the woods, but it's not like it's in Florida. We'll put it that way. Almost gave away where I lived. Anyway, so it's like a big warehouse. It's not something you can visit, but anyway, I was browsing their site and I happened to see this game. Now, it wasn't complete, but it looked kind of interesting, and so I went on to eBay and I actually ended up getting it off the bay for really cheap complete, and that is Dragonair's Aria. And it has to do with dragons. It's a NIS America title, so I figured I'd give it a try. I really like NIS America games. I love dragons, so it's almost like I love to say, it's almost a no-brainer for me. So yeah, I haven't tried it out yet, but you know, it is complete. The top of the disc is kind of dirty, so I'm gonna have to clean that. I haven't done that yet, but yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this out. I have really re-fallen in love with my PSP all over again. I have a lot of PSP games I haven't got around to playing yet, but I'm really, really looking forward to playing this one. Getting stuck into my PSP. Okay, what next? Oh, let me see. Try not to cause an avalanche here. That would be bad. Okay. Go ahead and talk about these two titles here. Alright, next up is a couple of Xbox 360 games. I have Project Sylphid Arc of Deception. I got this off of eBay for really, really cheap, sealed. So, obviously I haven't opened it up and started playing it yet, but I will try and get to that soon. As far as I know, I think this is it's like a shmup, but it's like in the cockpit kind of view, I think. I'm not sure. You're gonna laugh, but the reason I heard about this game was one of the voice actors in it is he's a real big voice actor in anime, and I love him to bits. And he actually was the voice of Edward Elric in Full Metal Alchemist, and that is the wonderful Vic Minoha. I always go to butcher his last name, and I don't mean to. And I actually got to meet him at MegaCon a few years ago, and he's a real sweetie. He's really, really nice. But I was looking over his kind of voiceography and just to see different things that he did. He plays Tamahi. Is it Tamahi? I'm gonna butcher the name. Anyway, he plays the lead, or the prince, they call him, in Uran High School Host Club. I believe he did one of the voices in Ranma 1/2. He's done voices in Dragon Ball Z, I think, not Dragon Ball. Which, by the way, I have just started to get into, and I'm really enjoying Dragon Ball. So, yeah, anyway. Side story. See, this is going to be a long video because I do that at Rabbit Trail. Anyway, I was looking up his voice work, and under video games, this popped up, and I went, what? So that's how I ended up finding out, funny story, that's how I ended up finding out about this game. So I looked at the game because he did some voice work in it, and I ended up finding out it was a shmup, and I thought I would give it a try. So, yeah, that's the story on that. Okay, the next Xbox 360 game I have is Enchanted Arms. And I got it complete with its slipcase, and it's slipcase because it came with a graphic novel. So this is an RPG. I've heard good and bad about it, mixed reviews. I guess it's an Ubisoft title. I guess it just all kind of depends on your taste. It seemed pretty interesting. I'm an RPG nut, so I thought, what the hell, why not? Okay, let's see. Okay, next little stack here. Okay, I finally have gotten a Paper Mario game. That's Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. I have one for the 3DS I think I hold, but it's on my old channel. But yeah, I've wanted to get this for a while. I managed to win it complete for a decent price, and I think it's literally because of this, the bestseller. It has a bestseller mark on it. People be crazy sometimes. Anyway, it's complete. Really nice shape. I think the disc is, that might have been one I needed to be resurfaced, but I have a coupon from my local Play and Trade that every time you go in, if you buy a game that's $14.99 or more, or you can only use $5 of it at a time, but it will get you a game resurfaced pretty much for free. So if this needs to be resurfaced, I'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, I haven't played it yet, but I'm really excited to. I like the Paper Mario series because I have played some of the 3DS games, so I'm really enjoying that one, so I figure I'll really like this one. Okay, now, this is an odd title, and it's a Wii game, and I do like the Wii. I have really come to love the Wii. I'm still not the best with it, but it's a system that I've really come to love over the past few years, And the title of this game is The Monkey King, The Legend Begins. Okay, I think I picked this up from GameStop Complete for, I want to say, like $1.50 maybe. It's really, really, really cheap. And I got it complete. I kind of flipped out when I saw it there because it was a title I'd been looking for, and I just happened to stumble across it. Usually games that are this cheap, they get snapped up just because they're cheap and people are trying to complete their collections. But yeah, I lucked out. Now, I can't remember the exact name of this game, but this is based on, it's not a direct port, but it's very, very, very similar to a game, I believe it was on the TurboGrafx, but I can't remember the name of it. This is a side-scrolling shmup, and yeah, it's going to drive me crazy because I can't remember the name of that game, but I believe it was, where did I see it? Not lots of games. I can't think of them right now. Anyway, I will link them down below. And it's going to drive me stark raving mad. Anyway, they were doing a list of shmups, and this happened to be on there, but it was the TurboGrafx version that they were talking about. It may have even been the TurboGrafx thing, but I don't think it was. I think it was the shmups. So they were talking about the TurboGrafx version, and then they said that this was like this paid homage to that. So I had to get it when I saw it. So yeah, I was really, really excited to pick this up. Okay, this next game. Now, y'all can probably guess what I got without showing it to you, right? Just showing this game. Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? I got my Wii U, finally. Again, James, he came through for me. He had a Wii U, a complete in-box Wii U, and this case is a little beat up, but it was used, and he managed to get a hold of this complete in-box Wii U, and he told me about it, and he did put it up in his shop, and for some reason, and he put it real low, I mean real low, for what I've seen complete in-box ones go for. There's like nothing wrong with this system at all. And I sat there and I couldn't I was waiting for somebody to bid on it because I had it on my watch list, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Got to the last day, in the last hour, and nobody had bid. So I threw a bid on it, and I won it for the starting price, and I was just floored. I went and say, what? So he was real happy because he wanted me to win it. So I guess that's why he started it that low. I felt bad because I won it for really cheap, but yeah. Anyway, so I was really, really, really excited because I finally got my Wii U. I got it way sooner than I thought I was actually going to get it. So really, 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 really happy. I have Earthbound downloaded on there. I haven't played it yet, but I have it downloaded so I can see what the fuss is all about Earthbound. But yeah, so I pre-ordered Hyrule Warriors today, and I'm all set for that when it comes out. And I do have to go buy Mario Kart 8 because I've heard that's the absolute greatest ever. Okay, so next I've got a small stack of original NES titles. Okay, I have a copy of Star Tropics, and I got this game just because I was watching some gameplay footage of it and watched some reviews, and it looked like a really neat game, so I decided I'd go ahead and pick it up. I won it for pretty cheap on eBay. I was doing a lot of eBay shopping because I've been trying to stay in and stay healthy for more than 5 minutes, so I've been doing a lot of my shopping off eBay. And following along with that theme, I also got a copy of Zoda's Revenge, which is Star Tropics 2. Now, when I got this, the label was completely jacked. I mean, completely jacked. And it's still a little jacked, but I had to pull the whole label off because this was peeling up, but it was also stuck down here. So the whole label was hanging down here and sideways, and I couldn't tell it from the picture because of how we taken the picture. It was kind of blurry, but I knew the label was peeling up. I thought that was the only thing, and I got it, and I went, oh my gosh, you know. I won it for cheap, so I wasn't going to complain, but I just went, oh my gosh. So I had to peel the whole label off, and like I said, it's still a little jacked because for some reason I couldn't get it to lay over here, so it's still not laying quite correctly on the side, but I did manage to get it glued down. It's still kind of up a little bit here, but it's much, much better than it was when I got it. I still have some cleaning to do on it, but yeah, that was interesting. It did come with a sleeve, but you know, sometimes you gotta restore these old games. That's the hazards of being a retro collector, I suppose. Okay, and this next game here, I follow somebody on here on YouTube, and his name is Scott, but his tag on here is JHMDF. And he's a really cool guy. I really enjoy watching his pickups videos. He does video game sellers. He usually shoots them on Sunday and uploads them every Wednesday, I think it is. I usually get behind, so I watch them way later than Wednesday. But he's taken to doing contests. So every Sunday, when he does his gaming pickups from Saturday, or his garage sale pickups video, he will do a giveaway of a game. And it will be like, he'll say an NES game, or a PS2 game, or whatever. You won't know what you're going to get. But he's just giving away. And all you have to do is be a subscriber to him, like the video, and then comment anything. You can comment what you had for breakfast, you know, just leave a comment. So I did that for a couple of videos, and the week he was giving away the original NES title, he messaged me and told me to watch the video on Sunday because I might see something I liked, and when I watched the video, he announced my name and that I had won, and I completely flipped out. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, because I never win anything on YouTube. I will enter giveaways, and that's it. Somebody else always wins, which is great. I'm so happy for them, but I was completely floored and flipping out. So he sent me my game, and I will link his channel below if y'all aren't familiar with him, go subscribe to him because his videos are great. The game that I got from him was RC Pro-Am. And it was actually a game that I didn't have for my collection. I love racing games, so it was perfect. And I messaged him and told him that. So I was really appreciative, and I am still really appreciative. And thank you so much, Scott. I know it's late that I haven't shot a pickups video since I got this. So this is the first time I've gotten to thank you. But thank you so much. And I hope I send some subscribers your way. Okay, let me see. Well, I've got actually some more NES carts here, so I'll go ahead and knock these out of the way. This is going to be a long video, y'all. Grab your popcorn, get a drink. You can go ahead and pause the video, because I'm telling you right now, I still got a ton of stuff to go through. It's going to be a while. Okay, more stuff from James. I love shopping on his store. I really do. Because he'll tell me when he gets stuff in, and if I don't see it, and so I will usually try and snag some good stuff. Okay, so I got a really nice clean cart of Conquest of the Crystal Palace, and he was selling this for dirt cheap. So I was really happy to get it, and like I said, it's super clean. The label is so nice. It looks like it was never played, just taken out of the box, and that's it. Okay, and I got an original 5-screw copy of Castlevania, and I got this for really cheap as well. Now, there is some yellowing on the label, and I've cleaned it as good as I can clean it, but there is still some yellowing because it did come from a smoker's household. So, there's not a ton you can do about that, I don't think, but yeah, it has the original round Nintendo seal, not the oval. Round black Nintendo seal, not the white and gold oval. And there are the 5 screws. And he told me when I won it, he said, "Congratulations, you got the 5-screw variant." And I flipped out. I went, "What?" So yeah, my first original Castlevania game. So I was really excited about that, and I really can't wait to play it. Now, I left some manuals sitting over there, and I'm kind of upset with myself, but I did a deal on YouTube here with Boomstick 229, I think. I'm bad with numbers. I will link her channel down below. She's a real sweetie. I love her to bits. She's great to work with. But she had some manuals that she had put up for sale or trade, because she really wasn't into manuals or didn't need them or what have you. So I got a couple manuals from her for a really good price. I got Majora's Mask for the N64, and I got the original Legend of Zelda manual. So I didn't have a gold cart to go with it, and I had told James this, and he said, I have an original gold cart. And so I looked in the shop, and I said, well, it's not in the shop. And he said, no, I haven't put it up yet. You get first crack at it. And so he gave me a price, and it was a good, fair price. And so I ended up getting a gold cart of The Legend of Zelda to go with my manual. And I was really excited to get this. Now all I have to get is The Legend of Zelda 2. I also need a box for this. So if anybody has a box going spare, also a box for the collector's edition of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, hit me up, and we'll see if we can work out a deal, because I'm not huge into completing cardboard box games, but it would be nice to have my Zelda games complete, because I'm a Zelda fanatic. Again, that's another video for another day, because that's a story in and of itself. Okay, there's a little story behind this as well. Okay, now I know I have heard this is a sucky game, but I got Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirates. Okay, now, the story behind this is, it's rather like Pirates of Dark Water, okay, which I would like to get the game for that, but growing up, I watched this quite a bit, and I didn't know they made a video game, and I found out that they made a video game. My two best friends, they had a Peter Pan action figure from this. So we used to play with that. In fact, his foot fell off somehow, and I believe their dad went in and put a actual metal screw in the foot and screwed it up from the bottom so that the foot would stay on. It was crazy shenanigans as a child. Anyway, so I found out that they made a game, and I don't care if it's sucky. I had to have this for nostalgia's sake, because I used to love this show growing up. Like I said, this and Pirates of Darkwater, and I would love to get the Pirates of Darkwater game just because I loved that show as a kid. Okay, and the last NES game that I have, this is also a 5-screw game, so it's an original, is Popeye. And this was one that I was going to end up getting from James, but I ended up getting sniped at the last minute, so somebody else won it, and then I just turned around and I bought it from somebody else, so no worries, but I'm happy to have that. I love Popeye. I have a soft spot for Popeye, and I love the live-action movie, so. Alright, I have a Nintendo 64 cart here, and that is Super Mario 64. I never played this on the original run of the N64, so I'm happy to add it to the collection, and I did put it in and start playing it, and I enjoyed it, and I don't have that same wow factor that I know came along with this, of seeing Mario in 3D. My wow factor of seeing Mario in 3D was actually Mario Kart 64. So that was my first time seeing Mario in 3D. And I missed out on Super Mario 64, but I can see why people like it. It's a good game. Okay, I've got a couple Wii titles sitting here. Okay, I have Dewey's Adventure for the Wii. I've heard the controls can be a little slippery on this, but I think it's slippery with a reason, because he is a water drop after all that you're controlling, so I don't think that's really going to bother me too much. But it's a Konami title, and I think it's like a fluff game, and I do enjoy fluff games from time to time, so it wasn't too expensive. And I got it off of eBay. But what kills me is when I was running around today. Actually, no, it didn't. Because this is complete and that one didn't have the manual, so never mind. I saw it at GameStop when I was out today, but I forgot it didn't have the manual, so it was cheaper, but it didn't have the manual. Okay, and the last Wii title that I have here is Spectrobes Origins for the Wii. It's complete. So that completes my Spectrobes collection. I don't know if they're going to make any more Spectrobes games. But I heard somebody say that the series was actually doing fairly well, so. But it's Disney, so who knows if Disney won't make any more, then we're not going to see any, so. I don't know how much money they made off of it. Okay, next title I have here is, oh, drat, I forgot to get that other game. Oh, well. Anyway, the other game that I'm talking about is, just make sure I don't have it before I announce it. Oh, never mind, I do. Never mind. Okay, forget I said anything. Moving on. Okay, I have, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for the SNES. Okay, I'm a Final Fantasy fanatic. Same as I'm a Zelda fanatic. Maybe no, they're about equal. I was gonna say maybe a little more of a Final Fantasy fanatic, but no, they're about equal. So yeah, so I picked this up just because I'm a Final Fantasy fanatic. And I did try to clean this cart, but as you can see, it's two different colors. The back is actually severely yellowed. So what I'm going to do is I actually have some sports games that I have from when I was a kid, and I am probably going to, I might not, but I'm probably, at this point, if I can't pick up another cart that has a decent back on it, I am probably going to swap out the back, just so that I have a nice back. The label's in pretty good condition. It has some dings here and there, but yeah. Another Final Fantasy game to add to the collection. I got some PlayStation 2 games here. Like I said, all a mishmash. Man, this is going to be like an hour-long video. Woo! I hope you all got your drinks and popcorn. Okay, I got Tak and the Power of Juju. Now, this has a card in the front, but it doesn't have any cover art, so I'm going to have to get a cover art. It's complete except for the cover art. So, I remember watching videos for this game, like seeing all the commercials for it and stuff, so I'm glad to finally have it. I actually have Tak 2, I think it's the Staff of Dreams. I have that disc only, it's sitting over there, and I forgot to grab the disc, so I have the first two, and just have to get the third one. Okay, I finally got a copy of Okage Shadow King, and I've been looking for this game for a while, and I never would pull the trigger on buying it, and then I always would like kick myself because somebody else would snatch it up for a cheaper price, because all I was doing was sitting on my hands and watching it, and the next time I would see the game it would be just horribly expensive. So I finally found one for a cheap price, and then I leapt straight on it. So, and a complete one as well. So I haven't started this. I have so much stuff to play. I'm trying to get through some kind of backlog right now, and yeah, so I'm trying not to start too much new stuff. But I really kind of can't wait to play this. I've heard actually it's Metal Jesus Rocks just did a PlayStation 2 Hidden Gems, and he listed this game as a hidden gem because it really didn't get a lot of recognition when it came out. He said it's really, really funny, and I've heard from other people that the style is like it to Tim Burton, and I love a lot of Tim Burton movies, so I really, really can't wait to play this. I just have to get through some of my other backlog first. Okay, another title from the infamous James is La Pucelle Tactics. This was a game he said I needed to pick up. I did some research on it, and it seemed like something that I would really, really like. So I went ahead and just bought it from him. It's a Mastiff game. I haven't played it yet. Like I said, just way a lot of backlog. I just started The Last of Us, and am trying to get through Dead Island, and I have to actually start all over on Dead Island. Actually, speaking of which, I'll just go ahead and show it and talk about it. Okay, so I don't remember if you guys remember, I think it was a few pickups videos ago, or heck, it may even be on my old channel. I picked up a copy of Dead Island, but I think it was for this channel, for the Xbox 360. And I loved it. And I started to play it while I was on vacation, actually, while I was dog sick. And I really had a good time playing what I played of it. And the only thing was, and sometimes it's funny about games with me, sometimes I can play them really well on the Xbox, and sometimes I can't. And it's not that the game was horribly glitchy or anything, it was just with having a hard time getting the mechanics down on the 360 controller. So I traded that copy in, and I went ahead and I bought a copy for the PlayStation 3. And I'm having much better luck with the control scheme on this one. Some games I can play beautifully on the Xbox, and some I can't. And because I really enjoyed this game, I really, really, really wanted to finish it. So, and it's funny, I can't watch the Rad Brad play this. I love to watch him play games because he's really funny, but I can't watch him play this because he'll be sitting there not opening menus and not doing what he needs to do, and it's I think the only game that he's played that he's driving me absolutely nuts, and I can't watch him play it. So, sorry Brad, it just drives me bananas. Anyway, only game. The only game. Go figure. Okay, I got a stack of Genesis titles here. And I'll go ahead and start with this one. It's a Namco title, and it's called Marvel Land. And this is one I picked up on a whim from that gaming warehouse I was telling you about earlier, and it's actually pretty good. I really enjoy it. Oh no, I looked up a little gameplay footage on it and thought, well, that was interesting, and yeah, so I decided to give it a try, and I really enjoy it. Okay, this next game here is Phantasy Star 2. Probably voted one of the worst cover arts ever. Yeah. Not the greatest. But, yeah, the story behind me wanting to get into Phantasy Star is James had a copy of Phantasy Star 3. And he was saying, I really needed to start the Phantasy Star series, that it was really good. And no, guys, he doesn't just do this to try and sell me games, because trust me, I buy from him, but it just happened to be that I had a lot of things that I bought from him this time, but most of the time I don't buy from him. I will buy from somebody else. So he and I will just sit and talk games. So, and he doesn't mind. Anyway, he said I really needed to play Phantasy Star 3. He had a copy of it if I wanted to get it. Well, I ended up getting it cheaper from somebody else. But I looked up gameplay footage on Phantasy Star 3, and the opening music, that's all I had to hear. The opening music, saw no gameplay, nothing. The opening music I loved. I just instantly fell in love. Yeah, I'm crazy. So I said, well, if I like the opening music, I gotta like the game. And I did watch some gameplay footage, and I liked it. I thought it was great. And I don't half do things when I started something, so I decided I was going to get the whole series. So I got Phantasy Star 2 for the Genesis, that is. Phantasy Star 2, Phantasy Star 3, and Phantasy Star 4. So I have the 3 that were released for the Genesis, and the one for the Master System is abysmally expensive. I don't know if I'm ever going to unlock the one on the Genesis games that I have for the PlayStation 3. Who knows? But I don't have a Master System. I'm really not interested in getting a Master System. And the game's abysmally expensive, so I probably wouldn't end up getting it anyway. So, that's the name of that tune. Okay, I have a small stack of PS3 games here. Okay, I have BlazBlue Continuum Shift. Now, I know this is the second game in the series. I'm working on getting the first one complete. So, I won't be playing this until I can get the first one. And I know they just released another one. So, I am looking forward to playing it, though, because it's a fighting game, and you know I love my fighters. Okay, I got a copy of 3D Dot Game Heroes, and it was super cheap at GameStop. So, brand new, I think. Yeah, I picked it up brand new, because it was super cheap at GameStop. But, you know, brand new at GameStop sometimes means, you know, it's been opened and stuff. Anyway, it doesn't bother me. I don't care. So, that being said, I heard that if you like retro games and you kind of like the pixelated graphics and stuff, and you love old school RPGs, which I do, not necessarily dungeon crawling. I can get through dungeon crawling. I'm trying to get into more dungeon crawling RPGs. I'm working on it. Anyway. If you like old school RPGs, if you like the old graphic style, I heard you have to play this game. So, I got it. Oh, and I didn't get it off my shelf, but I got a copy of Minecraft for PlayStation 3. It's sitting on my shelf sealed. I haven't got stuck into it yet, because Lord knows, like I said, I have enough stuff. I'm highly addicted to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Any more town building, and I probably will never come out of my bedroom again, which would be a very bad thing. So, kind of trying to hold off getting stuck into that, because I pretty much know I'll get addicted. I have World of Warcraft sitting in the corner over there. I haven't gotten into that yet, because I'll probably not surface again for a while. I'm a nerd. Have I mentioned this? Okay. Anyway, moving right along. I have Disgaea 4, A Promise Unforgotten. Love the Disgaea series. Love the humor in it. It's really quirky. Still haven't beaten the first few Disgaeas, but I do love the series, so. And it's one of those series that I don't want to wait, and then you're not able to find the games complete, so. And I ended up getting a copy of Disgaea 2, A Brighter Darkness. So I think Laharl's grown up, Etna's grown up, or a little more grown up. At least I think they're teenagers in this instead of preteens. So yeah, I really can't wait to get started on this. Like I said, I love the sense of humor. I love to laugh. Okay, and I have to show this because this completes one of my gaming goals. I was so excited when I got this because one of my goals was complete. I got Final Fantasy VII Black Label. With the getting of this game, and if I haven't hauled some things, just know that I have them. I have all the games. I have every Final Fantasy in some physical form that have had physical releases over here. Every single one. That was a goal of mine. Not just numbered releases, I mean every one. So, including the side stories. Well, wait, before I say that. I might be missing a Chocobo game. I'm not sure. Chocobo. Somebody tell me down below whether it's Chocobo or if it's potato. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that little caveat in there, I should have every single Final Fantasy game that has had a physical release over here. I do not count Final Fantasy Legend and Final Fantasy Adventure because those are the Saga and Mana series, respectively. So I don't count those because they're not real Final Fantasy games. I'm only counting the real Final Fantasy games. So I was really excited because now I have them all. So yeah. Okay, this next game, which is next to last, I'm almost done. This is going to almost be an hour, but a lot of stuff. Okay, this is probably one of my best finds to date. I lucked out and I got this for pretty cheap. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I had to email the guy, find out about it. He let me know the condition, let me know what it was like, and I jumped on it. Because this game was $75 shipped. This is way more than a $75 game. And I guess he didn't know what he had. He told me, literally, he bought the game, unwrapped it, put it in his system, the system broke. So he took it out of the system, put it back in the case, and it sat on a shelf ever since. And he just wanted to get rid of it. I said, okay, I will take that game off your hands. And it is Albert Odyssey, Legend of Eldian. So, this is another Working Designs / Sega Saturn game that I can cross off my list. And I went to pieces when I got it because I trusted the guy, he had good feedback, but you still never know. And when I got it, it was beautiful. I just had to run a cloth over and kind of clean it because it was dirty. It's beautiful. The manual is in beautiful shape. All it's missing the foam inside of it, but this is a beautiful game, and I've been looking for it for a while, and it goes well over $100 now, complete in good shape, and the price is only going to go up on this. I know it's going to end up being like Magic Knight Rayearth. I had a chance to get Magic Knight Rayearth for a lot cheaper than what it's going for now, and I just wouldn't pull the trigger on it, and I kick myself every day. So, yes, very happy, very happy. And lastly, very last thing in this whole video, too much stuff. I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but, da-da! Okay, I finally got Skylanders. That's what I went out to get today. That and a few other toy type things. But, yes, I got Skylanders Spyro's Adventure for the PS3. And I really can't wait to play this. It was really reduced at GameStop, and then I had a bunch of points, because I will just sit on points and just rack them up, because I shop all the time at GameStop. I like GameStop. Don't judge. If you want to judge, go somewhere else. Anyway, so they had reduced the price. I had a lot of points. I turned them in for a $25 off coupon. I had a couple things to trade in. And I only ended up spending $12 for this set. So, really excited about that. I'm excited to get collecting figures and playing and everything else. And I got my first extra figure. I was in Walmart today. Not the Walmart by my house, another Walmart. I have 8 million Walmarts in my area. And they had Hex, the Skylanders Spyro's Adventure Hex, on sale for $4.99. It was being clearanced out. So I went and grabbed Hex. So I have 4 figures to play with. So if anybody's familiar with this series, you have Trigger Happy, Spyro, and Gil Grunt, plus the portal in the game. So, really happy. I've been wanting this for a while, and I could never bring myself to actually buy this set, and yeah. So now I have it, and I'm probably going to unbox this and put everything away so that it's not taking up a ton of space in my room. It doesn't have a ton of space in it anyway, just to make everything nice and neat. So, that ends this pickup video. Ends on 2 very happy notes. As I said at the end of my Loot Crate video, you're going to be seeing like a variety of things on my channel in the coming month or months. I like to collect toys. I'm kind of getting back into that. It's not necessarily that I fall in and out of love with things, but I'm still finding my feet as to, you know, how I am. I got called a baby at work recently because of the childish things that I like. And I had to kind of sit up there and say, screw you and the horse you rode in on. These are the kinds of things that I have to deal with. So, sometimes I tend to, I guess, hide my light under a bushel, as it were. And, sorry for getting a little reflective, this is just where my headspace is at. So, I'm a nerd, and not a lot of people understand that. I like toys, and I'm gonna be 28 next week, and not a lot of people understand that. But, it brings me joy, it brings me happiness, it makes other people happy. When I put buttons on my bag, I have all these people stalking me saying, oh, that's so cute, or oh, that's really unique and stuff, and being me makes me happy, and making other people happy makes me happy. So, me being childish at 28, if you have a problem with that, I'm sorry. I'm just going to be me. So, yes, I'm almost 28, and yes, I like dolls. Yes, I like toys. Yes, I like video games. Yes, I like little action figure-y things. And that's okay. My message at the end of this video is do what you like, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, and enjoy being a collector. Enjoy playing games. Enjoy being childish. Being childish doesn't necessarily mean you don't have to be grown up. You know. You can be grown up and still love your childish things because it's a stress reliever at the end of the day. You know. Go love your comic books. Go love your action figures. Go have fun playing with your kids or your nephew. I had the most fun this weekend playing Sly Cooper with my nephew. I had never played it, and so I was playing it for the first time with him. And he had a blast. He woke me up this morning, jumping on my bed, going, "Auntie, can we play more Sly Cooper?" And it's things like that. That's why I enjoy playing. That's why I enjoy being an oversized kid. So anyway, kind of a reflecting, heartfelt moment there. Anyway, enjoy what you do. Always have fun with it. And as always, peace, love, and happy gaming, guys. See y'all.